What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the channel. For those that don't know, my name's Mike and this is EAA. So it's been a while since I have done a shop update, and I figured it was about time to do that. And surprisingly, knock on wood, because I don't want to jinx myself, there's not a lot going on as far as projects go. For those of you that follow the channel will know that I have a whiteboard that I keep track of everything that needs to be done to the vehicles. If I drive them, I notice something wrong, I'll go write it on the whiteboard and really where the vehicle needs to go and what needs to be done. I'm happy to say that not a lot has been going on. It's been like 2 months since I had Ruben out here. Ruben's one of my mechanics to do anything, and really Eddie's kind of bored. Eddie is my main mechanic, and he hasn't had a lot going on at all. So that's been a good thing, which is positive because now I can focus on other little things like cosmetic things and things I want to do to fix the cars up and little projects and things like that that have been put on the back burner. And so, for example, right here, my Pantera is needing a new headliner. The headliner is actually sagging just a little bit. So when I sit in the car, the headliner is actually hitting the top of my head. So I want to get that fixed. Another project that I want to work on is the altitude of the Lightning. I've always wanted to get it dropped down a couple of inches. So I'm going to start looking around for a good drop kit that I can have that done. And the reason the Lightning is out here right now is because I'm going to drive it in a little bit, so I moved it out. But no, I want to talk about other things that are going on, like my lack of space. Yes, when I had this shop built about 3 years ago, I thought I would never run out of room. The shop, because a lot of people do ask, the shop is actually 4,000 square feet. And right now, with the way it's set up and the way I have the cars configured, I can put about 18 vehicles in here, but I have 21 vehicles. So that means 3 vehicles have to sit over at the workshop. And right now, 2 of those vehicles are my wife's vehicles. And of course, the other one is the hers. So really, I have 2 options. I can get rid of vehicles or I can add on to the shop. I am opting for both options, and I'm going to tell you why. So this is the spot behind my shop. Basically got the length of the shop, and I've got about 15, 16 feet in between the fence line and my shop. My plan is to actually build a 50 by 12 shop for my wife. It's going to be her she shed. She can put her 2 vehicles in it, so her bus and her Gremlin can go out here, and then she can have a spot just to do whatever it is that she wants to do out here. She's wanted a she shed for a little while, so it's kind of like kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Gets her out here, gives her own space, gives me a little bit more room in the shop. And truthfully, I should still be okay. I would still have to keep the hearse over at the workshop, which is not a big deal, but I would be okay. But I still really, overall, at the very least, would like to lose at least 1 car. So I'm actually going to put 3 cars on the chopping block, and basically whatever sells, or trades or whatever, or goes away. But the overall purpose of this is I want to net 1 car down, if that makes sense. I want to be less 1 car. Yeah. I want to minus 1 car. I want to be down to 20 cars total. How's that? Okay, so yes, I'm planning on selling at least 1 vehicle. I've actually got 3 on the chopping block, and you guys can kind of see once the camera focuses. I would step out there, but you can see it is amazingly windy. So right now I'm going to get the vehicles back in, take a walk around them, kind of preview them a little bit and talk about them a little bit, and then what my plans are. I'm going to put 3 vehicles up for sale. Ideally I want to sell 1. If I sell 2 or all 3, then I definitely will be replacing them. I'll definitely be getting at least 1 more vehicle to replace whatever vehicles go. It just depends on what sells, what doesn't, and what I get and everything like that. But yeah, let me start with the first one. This is my 1932 Ford Roadster. I haven't had it that long. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months or what have you. And it really is, it's a nice car. Of course, it's a fiberglass car. You can see inside the interior is very clean. It has Boyd gauges, all light signals gauges, everything works. It's got a small block 350, aluminum heads, aluminum manifold, new carb, new ignition. I had the radiator and transmission cooler rebuilt, as well as the transmission. The transmission is a 700R transmission. Thing goes down the road great, it rides great, it runs great. It's really a lot of fun, and it's one of those that, it looks cool in the shop. I really think it looks cool with the collection, but I will sell it if I get the right amount of money for it. So I'm asking $33,000 for it. I have a little bit of flex in that price, but not a ton. So like I said, yeah, if it sells, great. If it doesn't sell, I'm cool with that too. Next vehicle is my 1992 Cadillac hearse. I have had this car about 9 or 10 months. Always wanted a hearse, thought it was kind of cool. Bought it right, I think. I paid $3,500 for the car and really haven't done too much to it other than having the air conditioning recharged. Everything works on the car. It's got a 305 V8, overdrive transmission. Interior is exceptionally clean. It's all blue suede. Dashboard is digital. Go around here to the back. So as you can see, back here is just the way a hearse should be. I've got the little makeshift coffin right now for it, just for the look. I'm planning to get another one. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was from Halloween. So yeah, it is for sale. The car's got 73,000 original miles on it. It is super clean, best riding car I've ever had. I haven't checked mileage on it because I've only put one tank of gas in it, and I haven't even run that tank all the way through. So, but it seems to do pretty well on mileage. I'm almost 200 miles on this tank, and like I said, I'm just right at a half tank, I think. So, but the car rides great. It would be a great road trip car, very comfortable. I want $5 grand for the car. I am not negotiable on this one. It's a lot of car for the money, and you know, it's $5 grand. So if I don't sell, it's not gonna hurt my feelings or anything like that. It can sit over at the workshop. Eddie can use it to run parts. I can play around with it and drive it every now and then. My wife and I decide to take a road trip, great car rather for that. So that's that. The last but certainly not least, and I know it's gonna probably surprise a few people, but I am wanting to sell my 1960 Impala. It is a 350 car. The interior is fairly clean on it. I'll show you guys that really quick. It's in really good shape. All the gauges are aftermarket. They all work, all the lights, all the signals, everything like that. Only thing it's got, you can kind of see right there, that little ding right there. I mean, the paint is not great. It's probably about a 7 out of 10. It's got a little bit of bubbling around the rear fenders, but it's very, very minor for a car this age. Chrome's in great shape. All the trim is in great shape. Under the hood is in good shape. It rides great. It's got a really good stance to it, as you guys can see, and it actually rides very, very well. I'm really impressed with how well the car rides. It does not have power steering, but it does have Willwood disc brakes on it. Beautiful car. I want 25 grand for it. A little bit of flexibility on that price too, but not a ton. I do really like the car, and the reason that I'm selling this car, because this is a bucket list car for me. It's a car I've always admired and liked, really happy to have, but I've had it now for 3 years, I think it is. I think I've had it about 3 years now, roughly 2.5, 3 years. And I've got a lot of 60s cars. I've actually got 7 60s cars. So I really feel like, okay, if I'm gonna get rid of something, this is probably the car to get rid of. I like it, I enjoy driving it, but I've just got so much else to deal with and drive and enjoy and everything like that. So it's kind of the one that's coming up that I keep coming back to. So it's probably the one I wanna sell a little bit more. But like I said, we'll just see what happens. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and stick them on Facebook Marketplace, maybe on Craigslist. That's why I pulled them out there together, take some pictures really quick, but the wind really made that kind of difficult. And just see what happens. And you know, if they don't sell or nothing sells or whatever, I don't get the price I want for them, I'll keep them. It's not a big deal for me, but I would just like to at least go down one car, just make a little bit more moving around space in this shop. And like I said, get my wife's she shed back there, get her vehicles over here so she's got her space. And then maybe at most, the only thing that's sitting over at the workshop would be the hearse, which is not a big deal. So if you guys know anybody or if you're interested, definitely hit me up, leave me a comment below, and we can hook up on Instagram, or I can give you my email or phone number or whatever, and we can talk a little bit more. Like I said, they're all for sale right now, and we'll just see what happens. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I'm gonna just cut it clean here. Like I said, I'm very happy that there hasn't been a lot of projects, a lot of things breaking down to fix, which is a good thing. I'm sure it's coming again. So I probably just jinxed myself even by making this video. I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. Like I said, try to get a few projects done that I wanna do, kind of some improvement projects. But right now the focus is really trying to figure out how to maneuver everything, get my wife's she shed built, going. I do have it in the making, in the works. So hopefully that'll be happening here pretty soon. And then maybe move a vehicle or two out. Like I said, might be another vehicle coming. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But you guys know me. There's always something changing. So definitely don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As always, P.O. Box, Instagram, Venmo will be in the description below. And yeah, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day. And because this will probably be going up sometime around Thanksgiving, guys, have an amazing Thanksgiving. Be safe. Enjoy your family. And yeah, have a lot of fun. All right. God bless.